What's going on, guys? Time to talk about an action film that's actually in theaters right now. It's been in theaters for a while, so yeah, and it's part of a franchise I've only reviewed, I think, one of other film, but yeah. So we're gonna talk about the new 007 James Bond movie, No Time to Die, released by MGM and Universal. They partnered up to release this back on September 30th, 2021. Also, I think it came out actually in October. That was probably the pre-screening or whatever date I found. But yeah, whatever. And it was written and directed by Kerry Joji Fukunaga. He's also done some films like Beast of No Nation, Jane Eyre, Maniac, and Sinambra. Yeah. Um, so yeah, 007 or James Bond is actually oh yeah, and it stars Daniel Craig again. So as 007. So he's actually James Bond is basically retired from active service. He's living out a tranquil life in Jamaica and trying to make the best of it. Enjoying, he still has like all his like gadgets and stuff like that just in case, but he is living um, quite the decent life. And then one of his old uh, colleagues, Felix, comes and contacts him to yeah, alert to see if he could help him with an assignment on finding like missing scientist, which ends up leading into something even bigger and crazier, where he ends up getting reinstated as an agent to do one last mission, which he has to go out and find the scientist and stop an evil bad guy with a new technology. And I'm probably going to spoil some of this film, just so you know. Yeah, and yeah, so that's the basic, easy gist of it. But yeah, time to get into more in-depth stuff. So yeah, so James Bond is reinstated. There is a new 007 who's a female, and yeah, and she's also trying to hunt this person down, this killer and stuff. And like this film has a lot of good action sequences and choreographed fight scenes and everything, that it was really well put together, and it's in like the perfect spot, so you don't have very much time in between. You have like the right amount of time for character development for the main characters you're following. There's definitely a lot of good cinematography is really well done, and the story is actually very good at progressing and yeah, keeping the plot points moving and keeping it on a good entertaining level. You don't really get bored in certain scenes. For some of the older 007 films would be like a big long character build up sequence, and then you finally get like tons of action near the end. This one's evenly placed throughout. And yeah, there's even some like jump scares, which has sort of like an essence of horror in it, and it definitely has a lot of good suspenseful scenes. And um, yeah, just overall, it was a pretty fun ride as a film. I really enjoyed the cinematography. The music is also pretty good for this one. The acting is actually really good. I was pretty impressed with that. And the writing, for the majority of it, is actually really well put together. And overall, it's pretty well done, cohesive package for a film. Um, there is one little complaint I have about it, and that's there is some side characters that I thought should have been like a little more developed, used a little bit more. Like there's so when James Bond um gets reinstated for the first bit, he runs into the old Spectre clan basically that are still apparently around, and then it all gets eliminated, and he has to fight off some of the other Spectre members with another female accomplice. And that's another thing actually I like too, is the Bond girls in this are perfect. And yeah, just for you guys out there, you can know that. But yeah, so um, but like there's this one side girl that who's like working helps him out. Who knows, like his buddy Felix, and they only use her for this one scene. And I thought like they were gonna save her and bring her back to help him out later, but no, she just goes off, and her character is really good. She should have stayed there and been part of it. Same with the female 007. She kind of just like lingered in the background and was like the meal to help almost. And those characters should have been developed or utilized more, which was kind of a bit of a letdown. But other than that, that's like the only main thing that was annoying about the film for me. I really enjoyed this film. I love 007. I'm actually planning on reviewing all 23 other 007 movies that I haven't talked about yet at some point. So, but I actually really enjoyed this film. I want to get my opinions out as soon as possible for this one. So, yeah. But No Time to Die is definitely a good final conclusion. You're either gonna love it, the ending, or you're not gonna like it. Just warning you there. But it's definitely a fitting conclusion for these collection of the last like 5 007 films. And it was definitely cool to see the unique take they did, and trying to have a progressive story throughout than just doing your typical uh, Bongo. Bond learns out the bad guy, goes finds him, takes out the bad guy in your typical spy James Bond style. This one they kind of try to progress it throughout the films and make bigger story arcs and continue the story throughout, which was actually pretty interesting and well done. So yeah, that's what I thought of No Time to Die, and I'm gonna give this film a 4.5 out of 5. If they either utilize like the first girl that helps him out for the first part in the first half of the film more, and then maybe expanded the character of the female 007 and utilized her a bit more somehow um, in the story, then I'm pretty sure this would be one of the best Bond films out there. It still is a really good Bond film. Like I still would probably put this in the top 10 Bond movies I've seen that are out. So yeah, but um, yeah, I think 4.5 is a fitting rating for this one. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. So like always, there's a trailer link down below. If for some reason you never heard of this or knew it was coming out, it's linked down below, so you check that out. So make sure you check out my Instagram, which is always linked down below, where I always post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story. So make sure you follow me there. And I usually have the film title and hashtag in the subgenre film and a hashtag so you're aware of it. And also, if you want to follow me on Letterbox at Derek P Reviews, I'll have that link down below too. That's where I post my first star rating right after watching the films. So if you want to stay in loop, follow me on one of those too. Make sure you like this video, share it so more people are aware of it. Let me know your opinions of the film down below. If you have any, I'd love to hear what your thoughts were on it. Also, let me know what your favorite Bond film is down below too. I'd love to hear your thoughts on those too. Yeah, if you have any films that you want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below. So I to get to them as soon as I can if I can find them. And also, don't forget to subscribe, because I got a ton more movies to talk about. And hopefully, we find something interesting that you never thought of checking out, or you never heard of, and you might find something of interest. And hopefully, we can find interesting things together. So yeah. So until the next one, that's it for now. So so long to the James Bond franchise, but I'm sure he'll be back at some point. And I guess I'll see you all in the next review. Hopefully it's another really good solid film, but we'll see how that goes. So until the next one, cheers.